Yeah, this album is dedicated to all the teachers that told me I never amount to nothing. To all the people that lived above the buildings that I was hustling from that called the police on me when I was trying to make some money to feed my daughter. To all my peoples in the struggle, you know what I'm saying? So good, baby. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine, Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine, hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack, Mr. Magic Molly Mall. I let my tape rock till my tape pop, smoking weed and bamboo, sipping on private stock. Way back when I had the red and black lumberjack with the hat to match. Remember rapping Duke? The hard. You never thought that hip hop would take it this far. Now I'm in the limelight cause I rhyme tight. Time to get paid, blow up like the world trade. Born sinner, the opposite of a winner. Remember when I used to eat sardines for dinner? Peace to Raw G, Brucey B, Kid Capri. Funk Master Flex, Love Bug, Star Ski. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. Call a crib, same number, same hood. It's all good. Uh. And if you don't know, now you know. I made the change from a common thief to up close and personal with Robin Leach and a foreign chief. I smoke skunk with my Pete all day. Spread love, it's the Brooklyn way. The Moet and Allen they keep me pissy. Girls used to diss me, now they write letters cause they miss me. I never thought it could happen, this rapping stuff. I was too used to packing gats and stuff. Now honey's playing post like butter play toast. From the Mississippi down to the East Coast. Condos and Queens, indoors for weeks. Sold out seats to hear 50 smoke speak. Living life without fear. 25 carats to my baby girl ear. Lunches, brunches, interviews by the pool. Considered a fool cause I dropped out of high school. Stereotypes of a black male misunderstood. And it's still all good, And if you don't know, now you know, nigga. And if you don't know, now you know, nigga. Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. When I was dead broke, man, I couldn't picture this. 50-inch screen, money green leather sofa. Got 2 rides, a limousine with the chauffeur. Phone bill about 2 G's flat. No need to worry, my accountant handles that. And my whole crew is lounging, celebrating every day, no more public housing. Thinking back on my one-room shack. Now my mom flips an act with minks on her back. And she loved to show me off, of course. Smiles every time my face is up in the sauce. We used to fuss when the landlord dissed us. No heat, wonder why Christmas missed us. Birthdays was the worst days. Now we sip champagne on the birthday. And if you don't know, now you know, nigga. Huh?
Chad, baby. Joe, our boy BRG, going in very strongly there with the N word, and it's not nitros. Sure, I don't expect last bit. Chad, how's doing? How are you guys doing? It is Wednesday, and the boys look the boys look bruised. Chad, I'm not lying. The sentiment here in the office, the boys look bruised. Keegan walked in, he had his coffee, he went to go sit down. He was reading a book, something about the size of the man. I don't know. That's what I saw. The size of the man. I'm gonna read that book as well.
Remember, guys, it's not about the setback, but about the comeback.
Amen, amen. Chad, how's the chat doing, guys? Let me know. Chad, are you guys alright? I just need to I'm good. I need to make sure that you guys are solid. How are you guys doing? Before we start here today, how's the chat doing? How's the sentiment? Keeks, how's your sentiment? I'm feeling a little bruised. I'm honest. I feel like I'm gonna need to listen to some Eric Thomas in the morning. Maybe even if things really get serious, you rip out the Tony Robbins.
But a little bit of Don't Stop Believing, bro.
Don't stop. Okay, Chad, how you guys doing? Rough. Okay. Trading world is deflated, bro. Like we're taking shots. We're taking shots here. I've got a feeling the firecracker, as soon as you want to... Chad, that's the thing in life. Sometimes as soon as you want to give up, that is when things, the breakthrough comes. So, Bruises heal. Anna D. Amen. Amen. Accounts are bruising, but the comeback always. We're bruising, but we're also cruising. I'm good, man. First time here, and it's good. Just the vibe. Oh, Jaden, welcome, welcome. All right, Chad, beautiful. We're going to get going here shortly, but as always, every single morning, we're going to quickly do our prayer. The Bible says if you do not know how to pray, pray this very simple prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. And if you believe that, you can say amen.
Amen.
Amen. Beautiful. We need one more. 3. That is it. It is sealed. It is done. It is delivered. Alrighty, Chad. Let's get going. Kiggs, you're right, eh?
Am I right with?
For real. No, the sentiment house, you solid.
Yeah, we good, bro. We good. Keep your head up. Keep moving forward. We don't let these haters get in our head.
Alright, Chad. Okay, let's go. We're going to get going. Yeah. Obviously, nothing much on deck here today. Really, really nothing extraordinary out of this world. You want the phone? Okay, sweet. Dude, nothing. There's literally nothing that we can say is that we're gonna watch out for. So it's still sentiment driven. Sorry, guys, and then okay, sentiment driven, and I think we can just jump straight into the charts. All right. For the JSE guys, I took okay before we start here. So I've put in a 50 G's. I've taken the long. We're gonna talk about it now. What I don't tell the people. That's why I took a little one contract. You cannot have your stop less than 1%. So they force you to have quite a big stop here, Chad. So this gray block you're seeing here is literally your stop can't be in that block. Okay.
Oh damn.
Yeah. So that's why. Anyways, I thought I'd just let you know. The second thing is. Before we start, chat, so we're not going to miss anything. Sorry, we said we're going to start this week, Wednesday, with the live trading. I just want to show you guys the live conditions of a real account and the demo conditions are not the same. So let me just show you guys quickly. Okay, it caught up now. Okay, so this is the 5-minute chart. This is the 5-minute on the demo. All right, you see that? So there was a definite gap there in the market. So, but anyways, we forward testing now. This is now officially live. We're forward testing from tomorrow. Or a little bit later, we'll add some juice to it, but I just thought I'd let you guys know that we are now officially live. We've put some crackers, not firecrackers, but we put some cheese crackers on the plate here. So that first 800 rand will go towards the coffees for the office. All right, so let's get going here. DXY daily, beautiful. Yesterday closing bullish, inside day though, closing inside of that massive bearish candle on Friday. Now starting to break above it, so I'm going to be neutral to bullish on the day, Chad. All right, neutral to bullish if we can stay above yesterday's high. Okay, very, very simple. Previous daily high, you all know, previous daily high determines how the rest of the day is going to go, the rest of the session. And we are quite a bit away from the weekly pivot. I do feel like we can push up to go and test that level. As I said, there's a lot of room for pullback, but the dollar is hurting. Dollar is looking relatively bruised. Also, daily R1, so all we need to really focus on is this level for the rest of the session. Nothing else, nothing less. Previous weekly low, that's going to be the last line of defense if the dollar starts going down. But this little block here, Chad, that is what we're going to be focusing on. US 30, real quick, daily time frame. What do we have on the daily? Daily, yesterday, also inside day, flat day. We're going to have quite a big day today. As the title of the stream says, are the bulls back? I don't know. The bulls could be back in the short term to come and retest this yearly pivot level. Let me just do this. That yearly pivot level up here, we could come and test that level and still be bearish. But at this stage, still bearish. There's nothing yet telling me we are bullish, but we had 4 consecutive bearish days. Even for one day, we can close bearish just for a breather, even a little pullback. So still not clean though, Chad. Still not clean. There's the previous weekly low. We're gonna monitor that level quickly now. Let's quickly check that. So daily pivot EQ weekly S1 80 is okay. 80 is starting to fight back, Chad. 80 is starting to fight back. I've got 2 zones that I want to show you guys. If US 30 can get above this level, I do feel like there's some pressure to the upside, but kindly note futures are already up 0.78%. And then the other zone I want to talk about is this zone down here. All right, this zone down here. So we've got 2 zones to monitor. I'm honestly not a fan of this price action. If you look at this, all of this, Chad, is very overlapping. This is very overlapping. It is choppy, it is down, it is up. It's like, if you look at that, just purely me highlighting it as a line chart, it is ugly, Chad. There's not a lot of structures, so please be aware. Price action is still very, very messy. So these 2 zones for me, we're going to monitor that. Daily, NASDAQ, also inside day. Actually not. Yesterday, believe it or not, holding that 200 daily EMA, as we mentioned. Let me just do this quickly. 200 daily EMA. Okay. So we held that yesterday, pushing above that previous daily candle. I think we closed the Sunday gap. So still inside day, I'm going to say 200 daily EMA, big level to monitor going into the session. And you can also see yesterday quite a big fight back on the 80. Buyers stepping in heavily, not really reflecting in price. But previous weekly low, again, I'm going to say on NAS, we can monitor this entire range. What is this? I think this is 40, 50. It's quite a big range, but tiny in comparison to the moves we've had. And then I'm going to say this level, big level down here. Previous daily low, 200 daily EMA. Those are the 2 levels. Big one out to look out for is gold. All right. Gold honestly breaking some hearts here this week. Daily is still bearish, Chad. Daily is still bearish. We've got this key level here, 4 consecutive bearish days. Let's just, again, I've used this technique in the last couple of weeks. I'm technically bullish on gold today, okay? And I hope Keegan is going to back me on this. We'll see now. Why am I bullish? I'm going to give you guys 30 seconds real quick. We didn't actually do the poll. Keeks, will you rip a poll there for us?
Yeah, I'll get it for you now.
Guys, why am I bullish on gold today? If you guys can let me know. I'm going to give you a tip. Yes, beautiful view. So only once in this entire sequence of price action the last couple of months, only once before that did we have more than three consecutive bearish daily candle closes. So we're now on 4. So I'm bullish purely based on that fact, that all of this year, previous set of data is showing me we can close bullish. Therefore, bullish on gold, purely based on that. There was that trade we had. Also, the Mo traders, you should have been in here already. Bullish engulfing, reversal. Let me just see. Maybe I'm late. No, how late am I? Okay. Geek, sorry man. I just wanna the Mo strat. So I'm gonna take a little foot soldiers along, Chad. Based on the 4 hour. Give me a second. I'm gonna add on it. Okay. Just executed a buy there. Stop is going to be relatively big. It is quite a big stop below the previous 4 hour low. Also, what I'll be doing is I will be adding. If we drop down again, I should have actually already had 2 positions in. That's fine. But if we dip down lower, I'll be adding onto this position. Okay. So just letting you guys know, what are we targeting? I'm targeting daily R1 level. There we go. So 24.11. Sorry guys, I just want to set my stops quickly. 23.78. And we're going 24.11. Okay. All right, Chad. There's that position. Let's just quickly go here on the grids. Okay, beautiful. There's that key level. There's that 200. As long as we stay above this 200, we are solid. 80 just needs to start coming to the party relatively flat. Maybe we see a little bit of a jump later. But as long as we hold above that key level, 200 daily EMA, Asia has already tested. And if we hold this as well, beautiful. Gold is set for a beautiful upside day. And as mentioned, we are targeting daily R1. So this is my first zone that I'm going to monitor. This zone here. This is ideally the zone I want to see a bounce from. And then after that, I want to see 23.95. And then I want to see us starting to run. But Keeks, that is me. Sorry, man. That was quite a...
Nah, all good, bro.
Quite a bit.
All right. So let's dive right into it, guys. So starting off with DXY. What am I going to be looking at here? So DXY, funny enough, as I said to you, we wanted this close like we did yesterday. Now, 2 things for me are going to happen is you're going to get this type of move. The thing is, you are having a nice bit of a bullish pushback. But the thing for me is we traded down. Yes, we had this little bullish closure, but we still did hold that monthly S1 and that daily key level. So in saying that, I actually am still going to say I'm bearish on the dollar. I think this was a little bit of a pause move, and now we're going to see that flip. So when we see something like this, we can see that range, we can see everything doing this big move over here. Obviously just having that little bit of a spike, and where once we close back below, this would have actually become our swing high at that point in time. So we want to see that come down for DXY to come all the way back over here. But we start looking on the lower time frames, the 15, we can see over there you got Asia lows untested with the daily pivot EQ all the way back up there. So what we have done is this big move over here this morning, holding out your daily R1 with a little spike up to go ahead Asia highs, and now trading right back down again, holding that R1. So if we can come back down to this key level is 102.700, very likely we are coming back down for the daily pivot EQ and those Asia lows, and then there'll be that flip as we spoke about, and they start targeting the previous daily low and the daily S1. So in saying that, naturally, obviously that would mean we're going to be bullish on these side of things. As I said, for me right now, I can't necessarily be bullish at this point in time. So I still want to see some type of result that we are holding. So obviously we have a daily key level here, and we've got a 4-hour support level with the 200 over there. So this is quite a level that we're going to have to need to break through. I think we're going to need some news fundamentals really to back us up. And right now We don't have any of that coming today. It's quite a clear day, only a bit of news coming back in from tomorrow. So we are going to be reliant on the market by itself here. So when we look at the 4 hour, very, very choppy, very rangy market, almost pinballing between the resistance and the support level. So one thing we will note is that we tested the key level this time around, not even hitting the support and trading back up. So when we look at the 4 hour, a little bit of a top wick. But again, I want to still say, as I said, I'm still pretty much bearish. So when we look at this over here, big thing, obviously Asia lows, all the way up to Asia highs, holding its resistance back into the previous weekly low. And Asia highs, I want to see that sell off again, all the way EQ, daily pivot, daily key level to a psychological of 1800, and then coming for the week Asia lows and a continuation further down. So as I said, for me, I can't start flipping on the indices and commodities until I really see something come across there. So USD, going to be almost the same story. We got this over here. The difference is NASDAQ, a little bit of a range, USD a bit more volatile. But as we can see, with all that bullish momentum it had yesterday, there came the big pullback and literally closing almost like a little doji umbrella candle there. A little bit of a higher wick on the top side, but what we can see is on the 4 hour, again, that just becoming that retest, because when we broke away from this level never was retested. So that there gave us our retest. Now trading down again. So same thing as what we're going to look with on NASDAQ. I'm still going to be bearish. So reason being, again, that becoming your swing high. We have now tested Asia highs, that big move to the one way. Now trading down, you have the 200. I think once this can break under that 200, very easy for the sell-off. EQ, daily pivot, Asia lows, and the weekly S1. Once you can break through that, again, back to this key level and possibly even further below. 100% it can turn around, but personally from my side, I don't have a reason to, which means I don't trust it. Then when we go over to gold, this is where it gets interesting. As I said to you guys, I am actually more bullish, and we spoke about the neutral outlook. So the difference for me here is this time around, we are starting to hold levels. So for example, Monday, obviously massive move to the downside. We can see that breaking multiple levels and then the pullback. Tuesday, we retested that level of resistance and traded back down to the support. Holding the support a little bit, breaking past it, testing the weekly S1, holding that level, then trading back up. So what I want to take away from it is we want to take note this time, even though we were bearish, we didn't take out that low. That became lower down there. We closed a lot higher, showing us the buyers are starting to step in now. So when we look down and we start dropping here on the 4 hour, there we go. We can see very nicely, this is where your buyers are starting to enter the party. So you have your 200 over here. We had the sales holding that weekly S1, trading bullish at the moment. So when I drop down to the 15, this is where I want to see them come into the party. So again, we have this little low over here. We can naturally see that. There's your manipulation move at the Asia lows, just spiking out a little bit. Coming back into the Asia highs, you've now broke Asia highs on that retest. Hit that level of resistance, came back down, holding Asia highs, and now back up at the daily pivot. If we can hold this level of resistance and turn this into support, I'd love to see this go for the EQ, and then we can possibly run it back up all the way to the previous daily high where it was that next level of resistance. So for me, if this is the buy side to step in, I think we can get some very nice buys on gold today. But again, because of what the higher time frames are showing me, we obviously want to be leaning more to the buys today than the sells.
Bro, is that you?
That's me, brother.
That is a rapid fire analysis, Chad. Beautiful, beautiful. Alrighty, we 7 minutes. How do we blast through? So now we can actually do the fundamental Chad here this morning. Big shout out to the guys that every single day. Gigs, now I don't know, because now you can't see my face. Now you can. How do we? I see you've got a good angle there for Chad. Audio good. Audio still good. Okay. We're going to give a big shout out to Slashy and Dylan Savage and BW, Bevan Ghost, every morning giving us the fundamental breakdown. So, Chad, hold on. We've got, 6 minutes, 20 seconds. Can we blast through the fundamental, Chad, quickly? Japanese yen continues to lose ground following the dovish remarks from BOJ Deputy Governor Shinichi Uchida. I don't know if he's messing with me, but we're going to go with it. Shinichi Uchida sounds like something I'll get off a menu All you can eat sushi buffet Wednesday. Toro, I don't know, Chad. I don't know. But BOJ's Uchida emphasized that the central bank must maintain its current level of monetary easing for the time being. CME Fed Watch Tool suggests 76.5% odds of a 50 basis point Fed rate cut in September, up from 13.2 last week. Let's actually have a look, Chad. Let's not. We've got time. Ooh, look at that. Look at that dyslexia just hitting us from all sides here this morning. Okay, it is true. 64. It actually dropped a little bit. Things, like I said, things are going to start settling down here, Chad. Not the end of the world. Australian dollar remains stronger due to the hawkish sentiment surrounding the Reserve Bank of Australia's policy outlook. China's trade balance came in at 84.65 billion in July. Sorry. Falling short of the 99 billion expected. The US dollar struggles as recent employment data fueled higher odds of a Fed rate cut in September. Okay, Dylan Savage on next. China's July exports climb 7%, misses forecast, imports up 7.2. Yen dives as BOJ hints no rate hikes while markets are volatile. Asian stocks rise. Nikkei extends rebound on BOJ comments, another 1.2% for the Nikkei on the morning. Oil prices dipped on mixed US inventories. Demand fears persist. Okay. Gold price flatlines below 2400 amid mixed fundamental cues. Euro extends its decline near 10900. Pound moves above 12700 due to rising odds of September rate cut. Bevan Ghost, S&P 500 ends higher as dip buyers return. Apple stock, the amount of shares Buffett sold is curious. Despite sell-off, Bitcoin remains a Trump trade. US election race too close to call. UBS. In other news, we have chefs, we have cooks, we have Wonder Boys, but apparently one professional here in SA, and Goat Andy has given himself that title. Okay. I don't know who Goat Andy is, with a claim loss in capital of 700k. The only thing he's professional at is stacking reds. The only thing we're to let him cook is noodles and hot dogs. Chad, what did I miss here? That kicks, you know. Who's Goat Andy? I've never heard of a Goat Andy. Just let me in. Okay, Demoria Ferrari, top of the morning. All right, Chad. There we go. Checks. Good morning. Beautiful. Definitely. Do you guys own Vault Markets? No, we don't. Spency, we don't. No, we also don't own Vault Funder. We don't own any of the companies, Chad. His company from FX Goat, one of the original. Oh, okay, no. Okay, it seems now that the markets are open. Can I bring my stop? Oh no, still. What is this, Chad? IG market is a scammer, bro.
Wow, what happened now?
No, the fact that they're forcing you to have your stop 1% on the day. So you have to physically, bro. That is the scammiest thing I've seen in my life, Chad. Alright, guys, markets are about to open in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Let's see where we go from here. Already in those long gold trade. So for the guys that don't know, already stacked pending orders as well, Chad. So a pending buy limit here, a pending buy limit there. I don't go. If we go down here, it becomes tough. That's not a pullback anymore. That's a reversal. So I've got my first position, buy limit there, buy limit there. That is the potential swing. We're swinging for the daily R1 up here. Okay. This is, yeah, I don't want to give too much, but my team, the guys that are in my team, we've got a call today, by the way. Check your emails. My team on the Ultimate Trader, you guys know what's cracking here. So You guys know what is cracker lacking. They own NFP. Yes, Alian, we own NFP and CPI. That we own. I thought I wouldn't buy any more courses, but when Keegan does his analysis, I think of joining the 2Gs community. Chad, we're shooting a big deck of content today as well. The next batch. I think at the end of this, we are going to be relatively fatigued, but like myself and Keegan said yesterday, it's a beautiful deck of content that we're putting together for you guys. We are going to be down 20 videos, only 80 to go.
Bro, you say it like that. It sounds so long still.
Bro, we still have a shift, my dude. Where's the opening bell? Wait, there we go. All right, Chad, markets are open and in motion. This is the official round 5. Ding, 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 ding. Fight.
There we go.
All right, bulls assemble. It is time to honestly attack the market here this morning. Andre, somebody asking, can you deposit 2,000 Rand? So just the margin, I just want to show you quickly. The margin for one position is 2,200 Rand. So I don't think, I'm going to almost say the minimum you can really go is 6K. 6K minimum, and you can throw one lot. One contract. Okay. Alrighty, here we go, Chad. Here we go. Keeks, you bullish, bearish on the dollar? Still
bearish.
Bearish, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if we can't get
If
through
that
this,
opened up, wouldn't you think have jumped now?
huh?
Your other trade?
Did it jump? No.
What time does that jump happen?
I don't know for the so it happens for the actual cash market, the cash index, but for futures we already in. So this thing is already almost 200 points behind. So oh yeah, for the JSE guys, reason we took that is Hang Seng closing up beautifully. There you can see Hang Seng session opening up there. Just had a massive push from the lows to the highs, almost a 2.2% day for the Hang Seng. So that's gonna obviously thanks Moski. That's gonna translate into some buying coming into the JSE, as you can see there. So yeah, that is the idea, that we can see some recovery plays on deck here.
Some recovery plays.
Some plays of recovery.
Is that what we call it?
The boys need to recover. But yeah, that's the idea. Gold. Gold for me is very simple. Gold is not even the 4-hour play we took now. That's the one. Like I said, a little bit late. I wasn't tuned in. We should have been in on the opening of that candle. Nice hold here. Test on the 200. Nice little intermediate break here. All right. Also taking a previous 4-hour low, also previous daily low. Bullish engulfing. So it is looking solid here, Chad. I back this trade. Okay. I back this trade. So let's see where we go from here.
So you know it's real, guys. Chris backs the trade. You guys have got a winner there. Bro, imagine that thing jumps there. Like your first day trading a straight live now. It's just like a banger.
No, we traded live on Monday when we did that 170 pips.
Oh, was that live then as well?
Yeah, that was 4-hour. Oh, are you talking about the JSE?
The JSE.
Oh no, it's back at entry. It's back at entry. It's back at entry, so we'll see. We'll see. Bro, so honestly, IG is not in the business of having their clients make money. Chad, so please believe it. IG, if you guys are watching, you guys are, bro.
They're nuking you a little there, bro.
No, I've never seen that where you forcing a client the ability to have a tight stop. You're literally saying, listen here, your stop has to be a bus. We're not allowing.
Only buses allowed.
Bro, only buses, and that's most probably why, from a compliance perspective, they say this: 70% of retail investors lose money when trading CFD with this provider.
Yeah.
So they make sure you get clapped.
So it's not really a comforting strategy. Like, you are most likely
I wonder
going
if
to blow
they.
up.
I wonder if they have a ODP license. I just want to check because they clearly state here, Chad. They clearly state here that IG provides execution only services and enter into principal to principal transactions. Such trades are not on exchange. Okay. So even this trade we took here, Chad, this is not even going to the market. This is in all essence, even though it's real funds, this is in all essence just demo. They are taking the other side of your trade. So there's no reason to have something like this. You can't say, oh, it's toxic flow, I can't give it through to my liquidity provider because you're sitting on the other side of our trade. Ooh, IG markets. You guys are in for something. Let me tell you. There's a lot of brokers that are in for this next episode of the 2Gs. Keeks?
100%, bro. They're not going to be our friend.
If they liked us at 250 subscribers, they're going to absolutely love us at 10K. The brokers are going to absolutely love us at 10K subscribers. Time to cook a little. Is that what you said, Keeks? Turn
Time
up
to
the
cook,
heat
bro.
a little bit.
Time to cook.
Chad, let me just see if they have an ODP, bro. That is such your okay. IG market, sole proprietor, no. Let's quickly check here. Santon, compliance officers, Mahib, representatives. Yeah, they've got a lot of representatives. Warren Session. Tetwa. Yo.
What now?
They've got a lot of representatives on the shares derivatives. Chad, sorry man, I just want to check. Yo, bro, it's criminal what these guys are doing. Flip sakes, criminal. I just want to see if they've got an ODP. Oh, they do. Yeah, actually I have two. Yeah, okay, so they've got a Goldman Sachs as well here in South Africa. FXCM withdrawn. Application Infonox. Application withdrawn. Applied. Exemption applied. Okay, chat. Anyways, IG markets, criminal.
They do you dirty there, bro.
Nah, but it's fine. I think I want. you know what's gonna be funny, Keeks, if they say you can only close your trade once it's 1%, bro. Chad, listen here. If that thing is up, let's say 350, 400 points, and I can't close it, I promise you, I will spend the rest of today to prepare a hit piece.
So
on
are
this.
are you up at the moment?
No, I'm at entry. At entry. No, but imagine that. You trade with Vault Markets and I said, Keek, sorry, bro. Like, your stop has to be 10% of your account size. Like, you can't have it in that. Like, if you want to open up gold here, gold, your stops has to be $5. Sorry, my bro. Like, how would that make you feel if I said, Keeks, you have to do $5? That's, like, you can trade it, but your stop, like, we're gonna, dude, sorry, my bro.
Yo, it's gonna get rough.
No, it's ugly, my dude. It's oh yeah, let's do Discord. Apologies, Chad. Please remind me in the mornings for the boys that want to jump onto the live calls. Foresee, Chad, Foresee. Wait, let me just bring the music down here. Foresee, I think Foresee received his payout. Foresee getting that payout. Foresee, wait. Forza. Let me just, I can bring it down here. Google Chrome. Alright, so let's just bring Foresee up a little bit here. Foresee,
Morning.
Morning.
Foresee, as their withdrawal hit, my brother.
I haven't checked this morning. It wasn't in yesterday, but
Okay.
everything was approved yesterday only, so it should be in today. Looking forward to it.
Foresee, what are you buying? What are you doing with that first little liquidity injection from your funded account?
No, just obviously bought a new 10,000 account, so that's just going for that and a little bit of spending money for the long weekend, but that's all.
Hey, beautiful. It feels good, no? Forza feels good.
Yeah, especially the first one. I think that's the best feeling. Waiting for the second one now. So I'm off the leaderboard now, so it's a work in progress again.
No, beautiful. Chad, yeah, Foresee, one of our Project G members. You guys would have seen him on the leaderboard. And Foresee clapping two beautiful payouts there.
That's how it's done.
We're still waiting for coffees, but it seems like coffee is... Bro, we're drinking this Rick coffee. It's not even hot. So they make it in the microwave for us. So when it gets here, it's a little bit chalky. Like calcified. I don't know if you guys have ever had water, where you drink water and you taste the calcium in it. But yeah, don't send us coffees, please, Chad. We love this. This is what's gonna harden us up for the next
Chris,
economic recession. Yes.
that J200, I see you say you are back at entry, but at what time did you enter?
Foresee, I literally entered at 8:30, eh?
Yeah, I don't understand because obviously you've got live funds now. My demo is up quite a lot.
No, that's what I say, Foresee, that the demo and the live is not the same. The demo,
Oh, okay.
that's what I told Keegs this morning. The first thing I told him, I said, bro, the demo and the live is not the same.
Sure. Okay.
What time did you enter, Foresee?
Just after 8.
Oh, just after 8.
Yeah.
Okay, but you caught it here at the low then. Let me just bring it across, Foresee. So you caught it here. Is that where you caught it? What is your entry price?
Let me
You can
quickly see.
you can share your screen here on the right. Nobody will see it.
Let me see. Okay, let me just quickly find to share. Obviously in Discord.
Yeah, so I'm gonna proceed to always enter around about 8:30 just to keep the stats the same. Let me just see here what is Foresee sharing.
Let me see that.
Foresee, what time frame is that?
I don't know. Where do I see it?
So Foresee, if you go here,
I'm not sure. I think this is a daily candle.
just Foresee, quickly go back to your chart, to that IG chart. I just want to see what your entry was. Your entry was, just hover your mouse around your entry.
72402.
7240. Yeah, you see 72402. Yeah, the market wasn't even there.
Okay, 72381 to be exact.
Yeah, I see the last time the market was there, Foresee, was this morning, 2 o'clock. That's why I'm saying it's odd. It's odd, my brother. So yeah, we're doing the live testing now for us. So I think the live testing is gonna be much better.
I'm gonna close this one because it's up 12. I'm gonna close it now. Then I can obviously see with the history.
Yeah, no, the demo is chalked. The demo, we can throw all of that data away.
Massive difference, yeah.
Yeah, we can throw the demo. The demo is just for vibes. That was a vibe session.
Babs.
It was just for vibes.
They're pulling you in.
Yeah, they pull you in and they say, come trade with us. Come trade with us. Alrighty, Chad. 15-minute shuffle has come and gone. There's that 200. Beautiful. There's that key level. Let me just see. Yeah, there's the key level. Next key level is up there. 24, 26. So in all honesty, if we can hold this key level, 24, 26 on deck. But yeah, let's see. In terms of our daily scalp, in terms of almost use somebody else's name there, but our little scalp we do is going to be from this key level here, chat. So beautiful. If we can create some type of resistance here, if we can get a nice little break of structure there, we can start looking for some more aggressive moves on the lower time frame. And then also we can start targeting these pre-market highs up here, daily pivot level. Then we can launch an attack again on the daily pivot level. And also just one thing to take into consideration is that from this new high, we are basically printing bearish order flows. So we're going to need to see some type of shift for the bulls to come back in play here. Other than that, no, Keegan shared a setup for the boys on US 30 for his gents. Keeks, you're right.
Right, I promise you, like, if they're not in it, I don't know. I have no words anymore.
Oh, were you giving them a trade to Keeks, Luca? To trade to the okay.
I gave them basically the A scenario and the B scenario.
What do you think they were listening to our stream? The calcified. Chris, can you change your username on VF? You can, Kevin. Please just email support@vaultfunder.trade and say, hey, please assist me in changing my username. Alright. Chris, do you cater for beginners on your 2G's private? Giddy, weirdly enough, we do, eh? Weirdly.
That is literally what all the content is now. Like, starting from the very beginning.
Weirdly enough, we do. It wasn't like that before, but the content we're shooting now and the content that we've shot so far is literally taking you from the start, from candle anatomy, from forex terminology, from key levels. So it's going to be a complete base for traders. That was the idea from the start, was to make sure that we build you guys a base that caters for everyone's needs. Okay, let's see. Chris, if you get a chance, check your WhatsApp. Nila, let me quickly check my WhatsApp. Keeks, I'm just going to throw it to your screen. I always have this this fear. If I open up my WhatsApp, it's like everybody sees my DMs.
Those are real fears to have, bro. Okay. Let's see. Keys, I didn't take that trades. I have some key zones between the entry and target zones. So I wasn't comfortable but looking to go long from that zone as discussed yesterday. Okay, no, that's perfect, bro. Like I said, as long as you guys have, remember, there's, as you said, there's the A scenario, B scenario. So as long as you have something you're looking at and that's valid, then nothing wrong with that, bro. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, there they go.
What's that?
USD and Nasdaq.
Fed rate monitor tool. Keeks, what are you doing on Friday, my brother?
On Friday.
Friday.
Building a cattery.
A catio.
A catio.
Please inform the people of what a catio is.
Alright, guys. So, for those of you that don't know, a catio is a little.
Bro, no, they chalked us. They
Yeah.
drink it. There's something
No.
in there.
Did they get you again, bro?
Nah, bro, it's chalked.
Did they get you again?
I don't know if they, but don't drink it. Take a sip. There's something in it. I promise. I swear to you. I thought we're done with all of these. Taster. Where's your coffee?
Over there.
Take a sip of it. No. Nah, bro. Okay, I'm done. I'm making my own coffee from now on, chat. So you guys will just need to give me a chance to head out. Let's quickly taste it.
You know, you're doing this mental game with me, bro.
Bro, I swear. Okay, you take. Yeah, I've taken a sip. Take a sip. Yeah. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just mine. Taste it. Bro, I swear to you. Like I know. Like we drink a lot of coffee.
And there's no floaties.
There's no flavors, but taste it. There's definitely some substance.
The thing is, yours does taste different to mine, but I don't know how many sugars in it you get.
No, it's just cool. I want to see you guys now. Give me a second. There's some.
Hey, the man's going to war again, yeah. The man's going to war. Let's just see Chad. I just saw something out here quickly. Alright, because soon the coffee does not meet the compliance standard. Hey, you're a Chad. Oh my word. Did they do something?
No, they're acting now like, you didn't do anything. And you know, almost Taryn, bro. I don't know. Taryn is a very good actor, bro.
Yeah, I think this Fobs, the thing is Naz lined up was the better one for me. And I mean, there it worked perfectly. The thing is because, for example, US 30, we obviously, as you know, there's nothing there. I don't want to say without saying it, but Nasdaq, we have something, yeah. So that was, Nas was the much better setup today. So, yeah, definitely the much better one. Nah, bro, I'm still listening to Breakout Beats. Actually, hold on. Let me add it to my thing right now so I know to listen to it later. Am I like being blonde here, bro? It's not coming up if I search it. That is so weird. Your Mo was actually telling me about it as well, so I'll need to check it out. But I will find it, guys. Breakout V2. That's a song, don't worry. This time you guys are gonna have to get the girls back, so I might have low volume. Wouldn't we look for continuations? Menti, the continuations are there, but for example, as I said, NASDAQ, as much as there is a continuation, you would have already been in at over here, and you would have already had your TP, so... compliance, yeah, the thing is that you could definitely have, remember that's the thing, so you could have the continuation, but you would have like a first TP if you are happy with that already, then taking that, but you could also see the continuation. Remember guys, setup A, setup B.
Neil, ja, laat weet my asseblief man. Neil's been trading. Neil, I don't know exactly your entry criteria there. But yeah, Neil's been trading the higher time frames, so Darren, what time do I have my call today with my team? 1.
Yeah, the after that.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm done with the coffee. Eh? Nope, we'll get something. It's the Cleopatra strat. Chris recons the coffee does not meet the compliance standards after yesterday's compliance course chat you guys had. Yeah, guys. So you'll actually see from today, you won't see any of the Vault Funder or Vault Market logos on any of our stuff. Chris, jy blank my vandag, my hart is seer. Sorry alleen, ek het nog eers die chat gekyk hier. Laat ek gou kyk hier, skus. Let me just go through the chat alleen, where did I miss it? Chris, kan jy daarom jou stop skuif na op die argument het altyd always one, alleen, always one. That is the thing, you can't even go break even unless, so no, you can never go break even. It's literally impossible to go break even. You will never go break even. Believe it or not. Break evens are not a part of what they do. Miana, that is mad, bro. What did I miss about the Vault markets, Chris? No, it's just a compliance thing, my brother. It is, yeah, it is, dude. Compliance, like I said, is a massive. It's not. Here's the thing. You can't fight compliance, and also the channel, we're not gonna be dictated as to what we can say and what we cannot say. Oh, is it?
This one's in a mood today.
Bro,
Yes,
but listen, but them coming back now, both of them, like, why are they together?
Do you want me to take a sip of it? I will hand it.
Take a sip of it, let me see it. Bro, I don't know anymore because they've broken my trust. No, bro, I don't. Keeks, do you trust them?
I know.
Okay, now, bro, I don't know. Dude, I honest, as much as I want to trust you, I can't. I don't.
Don't feel like making a third cup. I promise you, it's fine.
I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know, Keeks. Do you? And when Taryn is a giveaway. When she starts laughing and giggling, and then I know, like, this is a straight giveaway.
Bro, you know, hey, I always laugh now, hey. So, like, these type of, just these children, bro. So, okay, this guy comes in comments on that post that's going viral again at the moment.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, just another scammer.
Who you?
Yeah. So I said to the guy, I was like, if you say so,
Wow.
but must suck when you can't trade. So he's like, yo, must suck when you need to scam people to make a living. So I just like the simple question. So just phrase to me, so how is it scamming when everything we do is for free?
And what did he say?
He hasn't answered. Because my thing is, how am I scamming you if I'm not getting anything from you? You're not paying me. You're not doing anything. We're promoting our live stream, which is free. Like that. In this, the thing we're promoting is the live
free,
trading,
yeah.
which is free. So what am I scamming you out of right now?
That is weird. Yeah, chat. So no, it's here's the case. If you use any of the financial institutions logos or anything, then there's obviously I don't want to say a representation of that business, but in terms of what we say and what we do, then we obviously need to comply to what they want to do. So yeah, 2Gs is fully independent, like we said from the start. The entire idea with the membership was to always say that 2Gs is independent, and yeah, we can't be dictated, and it's nothing bad from Vault Markets or Vault Fund. It's purely just compliance. There's too many hoops to jump through, and if we have to jump through all of those compliance hoops, like it's going to take away from what it is that we're trying to do here.
Nobody's gonna tell the G's what to do.
There you go. No, there's no trust in this office anymore. Like the other day they came in here, hey Chris, we just want to grab something out of your car quickly. And I'm like, yeah, what? Yeah, no, there was some slips that had to be filed in your center console. And I was like, okay.
And that's the thing, guys. You don't understand. Chris is the first person that's always just like, here's my keys. Like, go do whatever. Go get this from my car. Go do this. Like, Chris is even like, just take my car. And yeah, that day he was just like, what do you want to do with my car? No, I'm not giving you my key.
Bro, no, they do a number on us.
Bro, talking about this, you know how actually excited I am for CPI. Oh.
CPI. I want to quickly check something.
One of us. One of us.
Did Fabs and the boys take the trade? Oh, but it's back now again. Sure.
Fob said, no, well, that's what saying NASDAQ hit TP. So.
Oh, okay. I checked there. All right.
Like Chris, you, for example, you know how it works.
Yeah.
As I said to them, technically, NAS was the better one because USD is missing a part of it where NASDAQ had that part. But
Wait. Let me. Wait.
If I just had to show you my screens, if you just look at the screens.
Wait. I want to check. Wait, before I check your screen, let me just see here.
No, it's like that one thing US study don't have.
Okay, wait, let's see here. Oh, okay.
So
The
NAS,
R1.
NAS was the better one.
Are you talking about the R1, eh?
R1 lines up with something else, yeah.
Yeah.
But that had something where US study didn't, so that aligned for you. So NAS was the better one. That's just the thing of where you have to know which one you choose. But that was easy. And NAS hit TP. That's just it, bro. It's a case of it's there now. Guys, again, even that, like that is a simple strat for my members that are there. But again, guys, you know what? I'm going to be harsh. I'm going to say this. If you're someone that is still looking for the golden nugget in trading, the one strategy that's 100% win rate, you're never going to lose, I suggest take your money and leave trading. This isn't for you. It's not for you. It's never going to be for you. Because if you think there's never a thing of understanding, losing, and some losses and stuff like that, you're going to be here for a long journey, a painful journey with trading. Because, it's...
Chad, Ryan Smith, one of our members, getting us some... Ryan, wait.
Freeze-dried instant coffee.
Ryan, shot my brother.
Hey, shot right.
Ryan sending us some care packages here. Wait, let me just...
Smell it.
Ryan, big shout out, my brother. I thought Ryan made some homemade jam.
This is a new definition of sending us coffee, bro.
This is actually cool, bro. Like it's a coffee that's gonna produce a lot of other
Bro,
coffees.
it's interesting.
Freeze dried.
Smell it, bro.
Wait, throw me that. Okay, wait. I don't want to open because then we break the seal on it.
I'll bring you this one. It doesn't smell.
Chad,
like
sorry man.
normal coffee.
That second position triggered on gold. Let me just show you guys quickly. Our new average price is 23.90 to 6. Yeah, it's not as strong though. It doesn't smell that strong. Chat, second position triggered. Our average price now on the position is 23.90 to 600. Stop still below Asia lows down there. So we have been filled on 2 positions on gold. The 2 positions are 94.28 and 23.91.
So check that. I didn't think you're in control of your own coffee now. I appreciate it, bro.
Shot, my brother. So that's why Ryan wanted our address. Thanks so much, my brother. It's THC. I think, Etienne, looking at it, it could be. I'm not gonna lie, it could be.
Chris, what's your thoughts on the whole golden nugget thing?
What golden nugget?
Like guys constantly jumping, trading, looking for this golden nugget. Jumping coaches, jumping mentors, jumping strategies.
That is the weird thing. Like last night when we spoke about it, Tom Hogard, the author of The Best Loser Wins, and very well-known trader, very well-known, and actually a lot of what we do, let me actually get that on here, a lot of what we do is inspired by Tom, because Tom puts in a shift for his free community. His free community is relatively big. He's the author of a very well-known or very high-selling book, and the thing is, when I read his book, I thought, like, listen, this guy has got a lot of depth when it comes to markets. This guy is obviously, he's been around. You don't become a best-selling author in the trading world if you don't have depth.
Yeah.
So that was my first thing with Tom, And then obviously he's got a lot of resources, Chad, and you can go and check him out. I don't want to confuse you guys, so I went through his resources, and he's got a very simple strat. I thought like this guy's got some major technical thing that he uses, but Chad, he uses literally the opening. He's got two strats, the school run strategy, and he's got the advanced school run. So the school run is basically where the markets open up. So some of the guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm thinking it's the first candle after the open. So it's literally, in this case, it's this candle here. So you take buy stops above, sell stops below. And then it's got the advanced school run strategy, which is 3 candles after the open. 3 or 4. I must just check. But so that's 1, that is 2, that is 3. Also, actually a very mechanical strat. And it's got buy stops and sell stops. And his idea always is that has made him a lot of money is contrary to belief. He believes that if the market is trending, you should be adding to a position. And if the market is going against you, you shouldn't fear to enter again. So he's the type of guy that can have a very bad day in the markets. He's gonna, he needs to sometimes walk away and say, listen, I got absolutely wrecked today. And that's not necessarily always the right thing to do, but Chad, what time does the German markets open? I don't think it opens the same as the FTSE. Let me just get the FTSE on here quickly. But it's got a very simple strat, Chad. It's got a very, very simple strat, and just get the FTSE on here. Yeah, so he would have had buy stops this morning. He would have had buy stops there. Stop loss below there. Then his target, that is up to you. That is up to you. So he believes when the market is trending to add risk, and he's a very aggressive, like he said, like he calls himself in his book. He calls himself a high stakes trader. What that really means, I don't know what that really means for the layman, but yeah. Golden nugget, Keeks. I don't think there's a golden nugget. I think even if you have something that gives you, Chad, think about it this way. Even if you have something that gives you 1 R per month, literally 1 R, it doesn't sound a lot, but if you can tell me that there's something that's going to provide me 1 R, so 1 R return, not 1 Rand, 1 R in terms of whatever you risk.
Whatever you risk.
Forget the R value. Think about the percentage where being positive is on the month. That puts you in a 3% of the entire trading community. So that 1 R, even if that 1 R for you is 1,000 Rand, that 1 R puts you in a select group.
Yeah.
That select group is not based upon how much money you make. It's not about the dollar. It's about whether your monthly return was positive. Okay, let's do this. And I think once you start realizing this, that it's not necessarily always about the monetary thing. That 1% that you made, or that 1 R, put you in that elite group of traders, the 3%. Okay? And that is what trading is about. It's not about a golden nugget. It's not about finding some miracle strat. It is about being part of that 1% that can beat the market. And the issue, as we always say, is that the guys are inadequately funded. And for that reason, they try and swing for the fences.
Yes, good morning, brothers. Are you guys there?
Hey,
Hey.
Jeremy, you well?
Blessed, man. Beautiful Wednesday in a cold Cape Town. Sending love from Cape Town and trying to pick Chris's game and Keegan's brain while we got some downtime with the news. So, Chris, I got a scenario for you, brother.
Yes, chat to
Oh,
me.
I like this.
3 different income brackets.
Yeah.
And I think you can maybe put your text box up so that we can get an understanding. This is going to be pushed into the financial space and how you guys perceive budgeting. So the first one is 9,000, between 9,000 and 15,000 general workers. That's the income that they're making a month consecutively.
Yeah.
Second bracket is probably going to be the new skilled worker, between, let's say, 25 to 40.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have specialized guys, which is obviously the 50 plus K mark. And those can be actuaries or accountants or engineers and whatever you look at it. From your financial space background, you guys have a beautiful way of perceiving how people would budget their finances and looking at trading as being a supplementary. How would you put out a healthy budget for those different groups and where guys can have an entry level or conversation to trading? So if I'm a general worker and my budget is roughly between 9 and 15, and we're not going to get specialized, just general stuff. I'm paying for a house, I'm paying for food, lights and water, and I should have about a 30-40% saving that I can allocate towards trading.
Yeah. So
What is a
Jeremy,
healthy way for me to jump from one space to the next?
so Jeremy, I actually want to answer this one first, quickly before Chris gets into that, because funny enough, this is actually a conversation I was having with family over the weekend, and the thing for me is, this is what always amazes me is we had this conversation where we broke down, if you look at natural expenses, a normal person, let's even say a student coming out of school, if you've got to get your own place, all of this stuff, you almost look at a natural, let's just say, cost of living is actually around like 20K a month. And this is just simply breaking down, like if we say a normal apartment, like a 1-bedroom apartment, you start looking at, again, the person needs transport, so they get something small, they get like a polo, then you've got insurance, you've got medical aid, you've got all these things which should become normal expenses for everyone. And I always actually sat there back, and even when I was a bartender, and you make this very small income, but when you look at it, somehow you find a way to make those expenses and you make it work, even with the salary you get. So it's always a mind-blowing scenario for me. But this is even for myself, because of that situation, I even want to hear what Chris's thoughts is on this.
Okay, here's the thing. Anyone in the chat, give me a 1 if you've smoked. Give me a 1 if you've smoked in your life, if you've had the addiction of smoking. Or you still a smoker, okay? All right. We all have
You
heard.
can't if you vape.
Vape as well. Vape is
I'm just saying, 'cause
almost,
that does get
vape is
expensive,
almost
so-
more expensive.
Yeah.
Vape, give me a 2 if you vape, okay? So here's the thing. Think about it. How many times has somebody said, have you done this stat? If you stop smoking and you take that money and you invested it into NVIDIA 10 years ago, you could have been retired. Then you stop smoking, and 6 years later, it's like, bro, I'm still not retired. I actually didn't make any more money, any less money, because here's the thing. I don't want to say it's a 20-80 rule, but it is that where if there is money left, or if there's money that was that you earmarked for something, when you stop doing that thing, you're not going to now all of a sudden say, oh, I was going to buy a pack of cigarettes or a vape for 200 Rand. Let me put this 200 Rand into my easy equities account and invest that. That's not what you're going to do. That money somehow is going to find somewhere else. You're going to find a way to spend it. That's just unfortunately how life is. You earn 9 to 15K. You do well. You've got a house. You've got your everything set, and you live well. All of a sudden, when you go from 25 to 40K a month, Now all of a sudden it's you up everything. Now instead of getting this what is the Samsung ranges, the Samsung V1, I don't know what how
I
it
think
works.
S something.
Let's say that the bottom of the range Samsung, now you say, oh damn, I can actually spend 1,000 Rand on a cell phone contract, that top up 120 or whatever I was on. I don't need to actually spend that money. So now all of a sudden you basically live into your salary. Now instead of, like Keegan said, driving the Polo, you are like, okay, I'm going to get myself maybe an entry-level BMW. I'm going to get myself this. So what you see people do is they always increase their expenditure as their income increases. And that is the idea, is where a lot of people will say you cannot save yourself towards wealth. And I'm the opposite, where I say you can sacrifice 10 to 15 years. You can drive the same car maybe for 10 years. You can pay off a property in 10 years. You can put yourself 10, 20 years ahead of someone else that's earning a lot more than you. When I was in the doing the financial planning space and I sat with clients, I had clients that had, let's say their income is 300K a month. They live in a big house, they drive fancy cars, and then there's a guy that's a teacher that works for the government that has got more discretionary cash in an investment than the guy earning basically 5% per month, what that guy already, 5 to 2.5% of what that guy has got saved. And it's a stark contrast to see, like, the one person you see doesn't look fancy, in real worth. If you had to sell all of the assets right there on the spot, the person that you wouldn't think has got money is actually stronger in their financial position than the guy that is driving the X6 BMW, lives in a 5 million Rand house, because his income is going directly to that need, and it's all finance, it's all debt. So when it comes to the trading space, what Jeremy is referring to here, Jeremy, I think before you actually come into trading, I always say that trading is not going to solve a financial need, okay? Trading could supplement an income, but it's not a case of trading is the way out for somebody that has got a debt issue, somebody that is basically living above their means. Trading is not that. If you come in with that mindset, trading is actually going to hurt you more financially. So I'm saying the way that I went about it was that I took a little bit of funds, dabbed a little bit, and then later on said, okay, look, I can potentially take 2 to 5K a month out of the market. Then it obviously became more, but it should always be seen as a supplementary income to a main income. It takes off the psychological pressure. How does one go from, say, being a general worker, again, that theory of relativity, maybe a 10K, I will start getting excited if you say, Chris, hey, here's a 10K, do 5 minutes of work. Like I'll do a report or whatever for 10K, like that's decent. Maybe the way I feel about a 10 or 20K, that guy feels about 100 Rand. So we can't always say that what excites Keegan will excite you, or maybe what excites you won't necessarily excite. So I think it's just getting started, and there are ways. For instance, you've got the micro accounts, you've got the cent accounts, and again, that long game, just starting. Prop firms are obviously now in the mix, where it's given guys the ability to trade with capital that is that's more than they would have maybe ever had in a trading account. If you even think about it, Chad, think about it this way. Jeremy, you need to stop me if I'm faffing or waffling on you.
No, let's go, bro. This is what we signed up for. Give us the game.
So think about it this way. How many of you, and maybe I should do a poll quickly. Give me a second because I want this to remain anonymous. I don't want to put you guys on the spot here. I'm going to do a quick poll here. Give me 1 second here, chat. Okay, Chad, there's the question. How many of you have actually deposited in one shot? I'm not talking about over 2 years, 3 years. You literally went onto your banking app, you went deposit, and you deposit, you made a 100K deposit into your trading account. It's completely anonymous, I can't see. But who of you, I want to just show you something quickly.
I'm gonna be honest, Chris. I deposited and blew it at the same time.
Okay, that is that is sad and it's good at the same time because it's an expensive lesson. It's 100K is not nothing. Chad, 100K is 10% of a million. Okay, we sometimes forget what 100K can do. So I'm just gonna let the Chad. Okay, so what I can already see from the stats is that 85% of you have said no so far. Okay. Now let's go, for instance, to a business like Vault Funder. Let's go to a business like Vault Funder. So here you've got the ability to trade with a little less than 100,000 for $60, and there's some discount codes. So even though this is the smallest account on the spectrum here, my question is, how did we lose the value of 100K with prop firms, where it's like, oh, it's a 5K. Keegan has never even thought about getting a 5K, if you think about it.
I've never traded a 5K, yeah. 5K or 10K.
So now it's a case of why do we think like we can't trade a 5K? Do you have to take your coin? Oh, why do we think like, why do we frown upon a 5K? Like, nah, I'm not gonna, a little 5K. That 5K is more than what 85% of you have ever traded with. Think about it that way. So now we're thinking, coming back to what Jeremy said, what is the barrier to entry there? The barrier to entry there is $60. Let's at any given stage, even now as we sit here, there's a 35% discount. Let's quickly, sorry guys, I just want to do the math correctly here. So with the discount, you're going to be paying $39. Okay, and let's put that into rands quickly. Exchange rate now is 18.35. Okay, so that's going to equate to 715 rand. Okay, so now coming back to what Jeremy is saying, so 715 rand is, what is the percentage of a general worker? So let's use the average of 12. So let's say 12,000. So that is basically in 1 month. That is basically 6% of the lower spectrums, 6% of their income. Okay, so it's not to say you have to in 1 month buy the account, but there's the scenario. So now my thing is, if you start respecting the skill of trading and you start to respect the value of money, then you realize like, shit, even if I get funded with the smallest account a prop firm has got, I'm already above 85% of the guys, because 85 of the guys literally watching the stream does not have 100K in their trading account now? Do you guys hear what I'm saying? So again, it comes to that percentages, and it's actually a very great question that Jeremy has asked you, and I think we lose that ability to, trading does that. We lose that ability to say that flip, money actually has got value, and it's not just a case of everything needs to be exuberant. Everything doesn't have to be in 100,000 rands. Every trade must not be a 100,000 rand trade. All right, maybe.
Chris, that's a beautiful way of expressing it, and I think it catches us off on off guard, because initially with financial planning, you look at your budget, and then we start with the law of percentages. Savings 10%, expenses 60%, and according to the basic person. So the way you've done it here, you've actually went the back way around and said in terms of a percentage of what's available to you, financial literally looks like that, which is a very good way. And I must be honest, I'm going to say this with the humblest of opinions before the chat gets into my neck here. Trading is also a white witchcraft. You're making money off of ticks and screens and bobbins and stuff that we've never been exposed to. And some people go through a financial literacy process, and I was wondering, seeing that you guys are doing the beginning tutorials right now, I have workers that are working for me in the 9 to 15 bracket. I have office assistants that are working in the 25 to 40, and I have managers in the 50 plus. And if I introduce trading to them, because it's also obviously a skill set we want to empower our people and give it to them, how do I present this healthily across the table and not create this whole Lamborghini syndrome, but a really positive supplementary income where we can say for the 50K bracket, you can buy a challenge of 2 million. It's going to be 1%, 2% of your income, and you'll be able to succeed at this thing well after you learn a skill set. So that's where my question was, and you answered it brilliantly, brother. Thank you.
No, it's actually, Keegs, that's actually something very good. Again, it's that thing of that delves a little bit into personal finance, into budgeting. But there is somebody in the chat actually saying depositing £10 at the start of the month and then withdrawing, say, 150 to 200. So obviously that's higher risk trading. But that £200, for instance, in a South African context, if I'm thinking back to when we started working, if somebody said, Chris, here's the ability to earn 4,000 Rand extra a month, I would have done it. I would have worked hours after I've done my 9 to 5. Because remember, I told you guys at that stage we were eating mincemeat, hot dogs. We didn't have any form of internet. We had that weird, I don't know why DSTV is like that, but I still called it the Indian bouquet. So there was like one sport channel on which none of the sports I watched were on, and a lot of Indian channels. So I thought, damn, okay, the Indian bouquet. I told my wife we need to be culturally aware of what's going on in India. But anyways, 4K, Chad, for me back then was basically almost 50% of my income, because when I started working, I was earning 9K.
Bro, well, that's the thing. So basically, like, when I always say to guys, when I started trading, like I say, bro, when I was actually bartending, like, it was the idea of making 500 Rand a day. And I was over the moon, because keep in mind, making that as a barman at that time, that's a good day. So making 500 Rand, like we say, just on a phone, pressing some buttons, things like that. And it's about it where someone, and that's where it was broken down to me, is again, playing the long game. If you make 3 winning trades that week, I've made 1 5-day week. Now that compounds onto my salary. Before the end of the month, that's an extra 6K you've made just by doing 500 Rand 3 times a week. So it started to compound. And then that's the same thing, guys. Like, anyone, again, that doesn't know my story, literally what Chris was saying to you there, I was never in the position to throw big money on the table to trade with. It was never a thing of it. I've always said this for the guys that are trading in that aspect, that can make the difference in their life. It's the skill isn't the problem, capital is the problem.
Yes.
And that, for me, I've always said I'm a big advocate for prop firms because prop firms is what gave me
Changed
the
it for you,
capital. I could make the big bucks, and it changed my life around. So I've always said to people, like, if you haven't, I'm a massive advocate for prop firms because literally where I'm sitting today, a big part of that's because of prop firms, and that's because that even the playing field.
Higgs and Chris, let me ask this: Is there potential that obviously people come from different backgrounds? With you guys in your understanding of trading, it's sort of a luck question. You're born into a lucky family that has a good financial acumen or financial backing, or there's some old money sitting in the place. I know the journey for Chris and you guys are a little bit different, but what was that journey like for you?
Say again. What journey? Sorry, Jeremy, I was.
So in everyone has a trading journey coming into the space.
Oh, are you talking
And
like an ideal journey for somebody to follow almost?
No, so you've given me a nice breakdown. If I was a kid coming from school and I was able to earn 9 to 7 grand bartending part-time, it's given me an entry point into the market, right?
Yeah.
If I'm a receptionist working and I'm catching 2Gs between my breaks or between clients, I now have an entry point of how I can get a fund account and I can enter into the market. And if I'm a professional in with a 50K bracket, money is not really that much of a problem, but I also have a better understanding that I can scale quicker than most. So that's the first question you answered very well.
Yeah.
So in taking into account those three different groups of dynamics, the kid coming from school, not really the healthiest background in home, family doesn't have the money, that's an issue. The second bracket, inheritance plays a safe haven. Some people have a kitty that they can play with, and then obviously the elite money just flows out from a petrol pump. No matter where you go, it's there.
I think
With you two personally in your personal spaces, your journey, has it come from any of those environments? Has it come from the ground roots? I had to make it myself on money. Has it come from family investment? How did that work for you?
So my journey, I actually did that podcast with Top Trader, but my journey was never a journey of coming from money. I've told guys so many times, for the guys that have been here, we still love the mini cricket, the Baker series in Valcom. I still. Chad, this is like a memory imprinted in me, and I always say when I see our kids and other kids where I lost my tackies. It was just a normal tacky, it wasn't a name brand, and my mom had to go buy shoes for me, and all she could get is, and I laugh now, but at that stage it was a big thing, was wrestling shoes from the we call it the China shops. You guys know, like. In smaller towns, you always have this shop, and it's that we call it a China shop. It's usually owned by a Chinese guy, and they've got everything. There's shoes, there's everything. And she bought me these shoes, and at that stage, I didn't know we were that poor, but that's all my mom could afford. And now I'm in the school and two of my friends at school, both of their dads were doctors. The one was a specialist. The other one was just a general practitioner. And these boys come to school with Adidas and Nike, and they've got multiple pairs of shoes and all of that. And the day that we're on our way now to play in this Baker mini cricket series at the sports ground, I purposefully took those two pairs of shoes and I hid them under my little bag. And when the teacher came and she said, "Chris, where's your shoes?" And I said, "Oh, flip, I forgot my shoes." And she's like, "No, man, check in your bag." And I'm like purposefully shuffling around it to rather play barefoot on a field where there's thorns, because I was shy, because the people around me are well kitted. And here comes Chris with fucking wrestling shoes and a Baker's mini cricket series. And after that day, my mom the night spent maybe like an hour. My feet were so swollen from all the thorns and everything. And again, I told my wife years ago, I said I was literally 7 years old. I still remember to this day peer pressure, where you, even though you don't have money, it's like, flip, why does my shoes look this way? Somebody else's shoes looks that way. But coming back to the money thing, Also went to school. Lucky for me, got a rugby bursary after standard 5. So school fees were paid. Got a rugby bursary for university. Got accepted to go study at Stellenbosch. Mom sat me down. She said, "Son, didn't get a bursary at Stellies, unfortunately not." She sat me down and said, "Son, listen here, the hostel is going to cost X amount per month. The studies is going to cost X amount of per month. Like financially, we can't do this for you, unfortunately." Like, and I said, "That's fine. I'll study at the Technikon year in P. Got a bursary year." So never at that stage was it a case of like we are financially. Yeah. Starting off my journey as a professional or semi-professional, just graduated, got a job. My wife also graduated. She's doing her articles as a lawyer. She's driving Daihatsu Charade. I still laughed. We just got married. Her car, her engine blew. We fixed it. Had to fix it again. We're not doing well. Like these typical young professionals. I'm trying hot dogs. I'm looking to do extra work. So at that stage, trading was not a thing for me. In my mind, I always had this thing of like, I'm a hard worker. I'm that guy that will work and I will study. And that's why I never stopped studying. That's why those 4 degrees that I have. And I'm always like, these are my prized possessions, because for me, it's not necessarily what's on the degree. For me, it shows that this is a person that spent his own money, his own time to further his education. So irrespective of what's on the degree, this just shows me that this person had the drive to keep on studying, to keep on bettering themselves. So I always had this idea of, if I can get myself to a certain level academically, and there's a certain title next to my name, let's call it Chris, in the BTech Urban, PDBA, MBA, PhD, whatever, then already that provides you the ability where if I walk into a room without me even talking, the guys will say, okay, there is some substance on this person. That's the first thing. The second thing then is to say, okay, is there really substance when this guy opens up his mouth? And then the third thing for me was then coming back to trading, exactly what you said now. Another engineer, fellow engineer, telling me about trading. And I'm like, dude, fuck, man, how do you make that amount of money? I'm doing private work. I have my wife holding Jeremy, you would know, the surveying staff. Literally have my wife holding the surveying staff. I'm doing surveys on the weekend, private work, and all of this. And you telling me you made 30K trading. I made, say, 7K surveying a harbor wall with my wife on the harbor wall. So that it was literally that for me. And again, I was the guy that saved myself into a good financial position. I drove the same car for almost 8 years. When you speak about the brandewyn vlakke, I never knew it was a thing. Your car gets so old that the clear coat literally at places where, like the corners, the clear coat starts chipping off, and it becomes like rough, the paint on your thing. For 3 years, I still laugh till this day, my car's aircon motor, the shaft in the aircon broke. I think it was like 15K to fix the aircon.
Yeah.
For 3 years, guys, some of you know how hot P gets. I was already, I almost want to say at a senior level, and somebody would phone me and they would say, Chris, bro, are you on a plane? And I'm like, both the windows are open. My aircon is broken. So for 3 years, I was sweating, Chad, because I had a mission with what I wanted to do with my money. So there were junior guys driving better cars than me, and it was like, bro, what the fuck? I'm reporting to this guy. He's got brandewyn vlakke on his roof. He doesn't have an aircon. His windows are always open in the sun. So, Chad, it was a. Here's the thing. It's a grind. Did you get it? It's there. It's in that. You can just give them the file. Yeah. Chad, it's a grind. It's not. It is not pretty. Like a lot of guys would look at my life and think like, geez, Chris, it's so things just happen for you and this and that. Chad, it was a dude, and again, sorry, but I have to say that it was a fucking grind, my dude. There were times where you were thinking, what are we doing? And it's a case of, like I said, Chad, we didn't even have a social life because when people phoned us, we didn't have money to go out. So we would say, oh, yes, listen, we're so tired. In the meantime, we're trying hot dogs and watching the DSTV Indian bouquet. That's the reality of it. And also there were evenings when we didn't have food in our cupboards, and we would purposefully go around a certain time when I knew my parents, my mom was making food, and we would just pop in and say, hey, yes, lanklaas gesien, and we would sit, and my mom would say, will you eat? And then we would, no, we're fine, and then later on, we knew we're coming there to eat because we fucking eating mince and hot dogs. And then after a while, it's like, nee, ach, ja, weet jy wat, maar you know what, we'll eat you. Like, sorry, man. And then my mom came in. I don't know what happened, but the one day, and I don't want to tear up here, but the one day my mom came to our house and she opened up the cupboards and she phoned me. And she said, sorry, man, she over-ordered something from Finrose. Jeremy would know Finrose. And she's like, we had an extra order or something. Well, she knew I'm also that guy. Like, I don't want to be out. So she said, listen, yeah, we can't give this stuff back. It's weirdly enough, it's like food and stuff. And again, like stuff like that. So I don't want to get emotional here, Chad, but the grind has been a grind, okay? But yeah, you guys getting me emotional here, but it's been a grind.
Chris, thank you for sharing such great insights and wisdom. And it brings a lot of clarity to many of the things that we're trying to understand in the domains of where we are. Still there?
Yeah. Sorry, man. Just, yeah, Etienne.
Thank you for being just transparent and sharing your perspective. It's always nice having an ecosystem like this where the G's are involved and there's 200 people, different people from different backgrounds wanting their personal pulse check. How did Chris do it? How did Keegan do it? How did Jeremy do it? Can it be done? Can I copy and paste? Will it work for me? And I need to find that until it works at this point in time. And the amount of content that you guys have given that is of an excellent nature. It has brought things to the table that can allow us to do amazing things. So I'm looking forward to seeing what that new opportunity is going to be like and how you guys are going to deliver.
No, I appreciate it, guys. And yeah, the thing is the grind, even like Cole, Cole knows my wife, so a lot of people don't even know, like my wife paid basically a big part of her own studies. So she would study during the day. She would go from her studies, get dressed, go waiter at Cape Town Fish Market till about 10, 11, make that money, go back the next day, go to uni. So I also have to give a lot of credit to my wife as well. She is also a very hardworking person. Also didn't grow up wealthy. Honestly didn't grow up where there was always just a plethora of wealth. And the beauty in that time was that we laughed about it, and we can still laugh about it today, where it was a grind. It was...
you got to respect the hustle.
hey man, and it's like some guys will be broken by it, and I honestly say it where you go and you always have this little sad story of, oh, this and that and the world is against me, and I can't make it work, and this, and then the next guy, that is what wakes him up. It's what keeps him up at night to work, and it's what wakes him up in the morning, is that thing of like, dude, we're struggling now, we eating hot dogs and mincemeat now, but I promise you in 5 to 10 years we're not going to be eating mincemeat and hot dogs. Like, dude, and that's the thing mentally, where I always say it's just the law of the universe, is that good and faithful hard work at one stage, even if it takes 5 to 10 years, at one stage of your life, Chad, it's going to pay off. Even though maybe it takes 5 years and you're like, bro, but I'm grinding, I'm doing the right things, and things can literally, and again, it sounds like a cliche, but things can turn 180 for you in a year. Like doors that you were praying to be open up. You sitting in rooms with people that you never thought you would sit. Connections happened. Chad, and I've seen it in my life. A connection you make 6 years ago. You made a connection with somebody and you never thought that that connection will be valuable to you. At that stage, you may be two completely different worlds. And 6 years later, somehow that connection comes back into your life, and it's like, that is why God put that guy on my path 6 years ago. Not for 6 years ago, but for 6 years later now. That person now becomes part of your destiny. That person becomes pivotal in where you're supposed to go. Okay, so it's not always how we think things happen on what we see. Someone comes, yeah.
So someone hit you with the last one and then I'm out. I hope I'm not doing too much value. Is it okay?
Yeah. Go for it.
So, there's a nice entry point looking at where price is and understanding how things are moving from the different price brackets and entry opportunities. It's a nice entry point. It's also a good space to be at where we can understand how you are merging opportunities where people can tap into at the different price brackets, which makes a lot more sense. It simplifies things. I want to find out between Chris and Keegan, what is your highest value add? And this is runs around a psychometric test that I took. The psychometric test that I took before going to the financial planning test, it simply stated that my highest value is relationship, not money. My highest value chases after a connective relationship with Keegan and Chris. And the sad detriment part about it is you can do me in on money, I'll probably forgive you about it. You can do me in other environments, I can forgive you about it. But the moment you break the relationship, it's my highest value. It doesn't work. And what I noticed with 2Gs, you've built an ecosystem that is really strong community built around a high value of integrity, wisdom, no gatekeeping, sharing skills, and putting a standard that is reasonably godly for most people to enjoy. I would strongly suggest that you please continue doing that as much as you can, and even making spots for us available as the team to connect and engage in. So if 2Gs has to become a body and a human and that has legs, allow a couple of events to take place that we can have lunch and do trade together and come down and have special events where we get to know what Slushy looks like, and we get to know what Jeremy looks like. And in that space, our community now becomes our strongest asset, because in our community, we will be held accountable to the truths that we all believe and that we signed up for. Just a couple of notes, brothers. That's the end on my side. Once again, appreciate everything you're doing. Looking forward to the content coming out. You guys are amazing, agent, and thank you.
Oh,
Sorry
awesome,
for
really.
taking so much time. I'll be until next time and myself.
Thanks, Jeremy. Really appreciate it,
appreciate
guys.
it, bro.
Yeah, Chad, like I said, Jeremy always bringing a different aspect to it, almost getting me to cry this morning. I don't know, Chad. I get emotional with stuff like that because it's a journey. And where's the Amina? Beautiful. And the reason why I get emotional is that I've seen both sides of the spectrum, and I see the effect it has on people when it comes to not having enough. And that's why I always say money is not the beginning and the end, but it's also a big part of what we do, why we do certain things. So to just say, don't worry about money, this or that, then it's like, bro, like I need money to feed my hungry child that's at home, that needs food, that needs clothes. So you can't just say like it's either or. You can't be spiritual and now all of a sudden you're saying like, oh, I don't need food. Like you still a human body, flesh. There's still a spirit. There's still a soul. So it's not just, you can't just focus on the one and neglect the other. We people get weird sometimes, like all spiritual, like, oh, God is gonna give me, and then God is like, no, I commanded you to work. And it's like, oh, but God says no. I said go and work. God, but no, God didn't say faith will bring you food. God said faith with works. Chad, this is maybe for somebody that's sitting in the garage waiting for God to move. God said get out of the garage and go and work. Okay. We sometimes get weird about it. I think God is very practical. If you think about the way that Jesus preached in parables, think Jesus was a very practical guy. He wasn't a weird guy saying weird stuff. It was yes or no. But yeah, Chad, if you're on the grind, like I always say, myself and Keegan, we try and keep it real and raw. And this platform has been absolutely beautiful to share all of that with you guys. We all go through our different stuff. Amina asking me, do I still eat? I still love a hot dog, believe it or not. I'm that guy that still loves a good hot dog. Keegs, do you still eat hot dogs? I don't think Keegan has been on the hot dog life like I was. Like they didn't call him hot dog one day.
Nah, hot dogs are clutch, bro. Bro, guys, you don't understand. Okay, hold on. It hasn't been a while, but the old office was just afraid. Like a time, I was like craving hot dogs. So like that's what I was having for lunch, and every day I brought a hot dog. You must see, bro. Chris gave those hot dogs the six size. You'd be like, bro, you're gonna give me one. You're gonna give me one.
I actually the one day I said like, hey guys, I will buy 2 of those hot dogs off you. But hey, Chad, that is the beauty of this. Like we've said it so many times, we in this together. This thing called life, and it's honestly our mission and our prayer, and that we want you guys to succeed as well. Everything we do here is not always for ourselves. Like a lot of the guys out in the industry, the first thing they think about is, okay, if I put this out, to how many people can I sell it? How much money can I make? And I can honestly, before God, say that at no stage ever when myself and Keegan sat down to do something was that the driving force to say, Keegs, how can we automate this to make the most amount of money? And I say this, Chad, very openly and honestly. The question every single time is, how can we make this work for the community? How can we make sure that 750 Rand you pay, that you get the full amount of value, more than what it actually is?
Yeah.
Now you can say, but Chris, why do you guys ask for 750 Rand? Again, how do we do these type of meetups that Jeremy is talking about? How do we travel? How do we host people? How do we fly somebody down? For instance, Andre, that one. How do we fly a person out? And again, 2Gs is not making hundreds of thousands of rands, Chad. We're giving away a lot of the money. A lot of the money is being given away back to you guys, back to producing more content, back to improving the content for you guys. So it's not that I can promise you, me and Keegan has not had a cent of that money from Project G go towards a weekend away or doing something. It's been stewarded very well towards the mission of how do we improve everything that we're providing to you as the traders. 11 o'clock, Keegs.
Yeah.
But I love the idea. Like we said, we're gonna do two events.
Yeah.
Cape Town.
No, so there's 2 more trips. But we definitely, I think we said before that we will do something at MPE. We'll do a little
Chris, I got a
event.
suggestion when it comes to that. Is that okay?
Yeah, Jeremy, hit us with it.
So, I think on a smaller scale, close to home, the PE guys pull in, and there's something good. Conversation is not a bad one. It's a quite easy infrastructure where we pay for ourselves. Remember, this business, we as the G's on the bottom end, this is our baby as well. And we're taking care of our responsibility. So we're not looking for 2Gs as a handout to put the dishes out. No, we'll take care of our own food and drinks and what it is. The idea is to get closer to each other and get to know and see that Slushy Cake's face looks exactly like it's supposed to look. And I'm not speaking to another lady with the name of Slushy Cakes, and then I'm offensive in that conversation for what it is. So these minor events that we desire is very beautiful inroads for us to get to create community. And those communities are going to help us the day that Chris and Keegan don't have access. So it pulls and it grows. We're talking the same thing. You've already built the infrastructure, the language of what we're going to do, so we have a great understanding of what we can do. Now, in my personal case, Cape Town has been the worst for me. I'm trading on my own. My delay has taken about another 6 months. Up until I locked on with you guys, I felt more comfortable because I come alive when I work with people. So you are a skill set to me that is very important and adding value. So the question is really based around, can we activate some more of those things? And we do what is easy for certain areas, a cup of coffee, Joburg, Cape Town, Durban, for those guys. Can we get the Cape Town guys together? We meet, have a cup of coffee, bootleggers, let's make it happen, chat a little bit about it. But in that community now, we have a point of reference, so we don't have to wait for the ICC convention to take place. By the time that conference takes place, 2Gs is running that event, and everybody's working with partners and pulling it across the line and making it the best event South Africa's ever seen. No competition, no fights, purely bringing excellence, integrity, innovation, and a strong backbone into a bad environment. So that's where we want to partner, and that's where we want to push. So delegate down. This is our way of delegating up to you and saying we are all here with potential. Maybe Mo can do a quick
You wanna?
template.
No, I think like what Jeremy's saying, and I do like that, is
Volunteers.
like for example, how we said we wanted to every quarterly do an event. So quarterly there will be an event where, for example, myself and Chris will be there. But what we can even do is you can almost make like maybe every 2 months. You can make, for example, a meetup in Cape Town, in Joburg, in Durban, all that. And we can have guys like Jeremy, we delegate down to them to almost run and host the 2Gs meetup that day. So necessarily you and me don't even have to be at that one, but it's for the community as a 2Gs community to meet up.
I like it.
I
bro.
do like that.
And also what
And
Jeremy is.
also,
Jeremy
there
is.
will be good resources. There will be heavyweights that are not speaking in the chats out of fear or out of not knowing their places. And we might find that we are able to bring out a few diamonds in the rough that can exponentially send this thing to the next level. So I am pro for the 2G fam. We're fighting for each other, and I'd love to get to know them better, so that when on my weekdays I pick up a call and I put it in a WhatsApp group, like I do on a YouTube clip. After I'm done with you, my world is better.
Yeah.
I can go fight my other complexes. So thank you to being a great community for me, and I appreciate it, brothers. Sorry for coming in hard over the
No,
next
no,
2
no,
days
no.
with power punching stuff. There is a lot more, but I'll pace myself, so I'll allow the others to check over for a little bit, and then I'll come in again at another time.
Nah, perfect, brother.
Chad, I love that. So we'll actually now, after the stream, we actually have to almost call it. Is it 11 o'clock? What time does your...
We are to drop it off by like 11.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Chad, I agree with what Jeremy said, where we delegate in a sense of, I don't want to necessarily say volunteers, but we've got somebody in Cape Town. Let's say, for instance, there's let's call it, I don't even want to call it a sanctioned event, but let's say, for instance, once a month, the 2G's Cape Town fraternity wants to go and have a coffee at Bootleggers. So now all of a sudden, you guys are sitting in Cape Town, a lot of you, and you guys have not been connected. So as Jeremy says, the connection point is the 2Gs, and then from there's relationships that can build on. Maybe there's a mate that you meet and you become good friends, and 2 years later it's like, bro, how did you meet? No, we met at a 2Gs meetup at Bootleggers.
Yeah.
I was on the stream. Oh, cool. Maybe there's two guys that start a business together. How did you meet? Dude, weird story. YouTube, watching a stream. This other guy, Jeremy, came on. He said 2G should come to Cape Town. We should do this thing. That the rest is history. So I love it. We're going to chat about it. And maybe...
I think we'll definitely get emotion.
Yeah. Maybe instead of, if the chat is happy, maybe instead of flying one of you guys out every month, maybe we fly out once a month.
To each of the events. Not like to each, but like we'll choose one of them each month.
Maybe we fly out to Cape Town this month. Next month we fly out to Joburg, and it's a case of rather having one person come in here.
We go somewhere and meet a bunch of you.
Yes. So
it's things we can chat about. It's up to the community. As I said, we do it for the community, so we can leave it up to you guys and we can talk about this.
So, Chad, I think we're going to start wrapping up here. Like I said, I've got 2 positions in on gold, full transparency here, just to show you guys quickly the positions before we head off here. So there's the one position. There's the other one, literally now at break even. This last one down here, I'm gonna actually delete that one, Chad. Let me just delete that one.
Is the one on top a bar stop? Or
No, it's already in. That's already in. Yeah. Technically, our position for the guys that have been with me in the Ultimate Trader, technically that entry there should have been $5 lower. We should have been in here. But we caught it late, and I told you guys we caught it late. So, but again, 4-hour trade, you guys caught the 170 pip move on Monday. So, Chad, but listen here. Keeks, any closing remarks here?
Nah, I think it was a good one today, guys. Nice just chatting with the community. I think a little bit of psychology, but also just in general chatting with you guys. It's always nice having these type of sessions. As you say, it's a community, it's a family. So sometimes these type of sessions where, again, like Jeremy's doing, they're making it the most. Keeks, you never explained to us what is a catio. A quick one, guys, is basically my cats are I'm gonna say they're bougie cats. They're bougie. They're pedigree cats.
Okay,
So
bougie cats.
they're strictly indoor cats. So we take them outside. We have to take them outside, sit with them, have them on a leash, whatever the case is. Then you take them back inside. Where the catio is, it's an enclosed area. So it's a built area outside. So for example, it leads out of a window. Then they actually have a little window. They can go sit outside, chill outside, but no one can. Because the thing is, people steal these type of cats. So that's why we can't leave them outside. So it's just
Catio.
like a little closed off area that's got like a little thing for them to climb on, play on, all of this.
Think of
That
a
they can still enjoy being outside.
think of a patio for cats.
Like, yeah, there we go.
Um, yeah, Chad, when Caitlin showed me photos of a catio, I was like, dude, what white people stuff is this?
You know,
what white boy stuff
Caitlin
is
explained
this?
it for me. She's like, you know, how excited she used to have a catio because she's like, only like the Mill Park moms of
Oh,
cats.
really?
They have
Damn.
catios.
Dude, I didn't even know the catio was a thing. The catio for me was, I was like, damn, there's levels to the cat business. Luckily, I'm allergic to cats, Chad, believe it or not. I'm allergic to cats. Chad, just before we go, I'm gonna just quickly, Geeks, 2 seconds here. I just want to quickly go here. Guys, so the JSE trade is literally at entry, and I'm closing it now. Okay, so that trade is closed now, purely due to the fact that we have not moved. So we've ranged. So this is now officially the live forward testing we're doing, and we're not going to do things by the way. We know that if a market is ranging, it's either bound to reverse or it's bound to continue, but we're not going to take the chance. We should have been out by now already. The gold trade, I still like this 4 hours closing in 15 minutes. I'm still liking it. There's nothing that has shown me that I do not want to be in this trade. It's holding the 200 on the 4 hour. It's holding that key level. What I would say though is if the next 4 hour closes bearish, something like this, I will then kill the trade. Okay, I'm not going to eat the full stop. If the next 4 hour closes like this, then I just want to let you guys know before 3 p.m. because if the next 4 hour closes like this, then obviously this reversal buy pattern is no longer valid, and then it actually becomes a break of structure here, and then we're going to take out yesterday's low again and even trade a little bit lower. So keep that in mind. I'm not going to eat a full stop. I'm monitoring the next 4 hour candle. But Chad, that was the session. We in these longs, these swing positions. Hopefully this is the turnaround for the week. If not, we still firecrack a little bit later. Keeks, closing remarks before we.
Always, guys. Just take it as it comes. Don't need to force anything. As I always say, sometimes the biggest and hardest part about trading is just being patient. Wait for the right setups. Take it when you're there. Remember, to be a trader doesn't mean you have to trade every single day, every single session. So we're going to see you guys in New York. And I'm just saying, guys, I think the T2 has got, it's in for a banger today. I'm just saying that. I'm putting it out there. We're going to manifest it, Chad.
There we go. Chad, peace and love, baby. See you guys 3 p.m. Same time, same place.
Cheers, Chad.
Cheers.
Show your friends you're having fun. What if it never ends? I'm lacking sincerity, but you don't care at all. Miss booze, lit cigarettes, trying to take me home. Times, breaking it off with the feeling on I sail. She's cold I swear I've seen you before, holding your shoes in your hands, running out that door.